Hey guys, it's Rob here. Going to talk a little bit about sleep. Um, a lot of successful people say you shouldn't sleep a lot. Well, the minimum sleep required is 6 hours. Okay, and most people, I would say, get about 9 hours of sleep a night. Now, if you think about it like this, a successful person will look at time as the most important variable of life, and they'll say, hey, well, 6 hours of sleep, if that's all I need, then why don't I do that so I could save 3 hours every day? 3 hours times 7 days is 21 days a week, or sorry, 21 hours a week. Now that's a lot of time. That's like a half of a part-time or half of a full-time job. Now you could focus on your goals at that time, and that's a must. Now, let's think about it like this. Now, your body needs to have some uh, meditation and so on and so forth to recoup. Now, there's a rule that if you get there three if you get 3 cycles of sleep, you won't need to have a meditation for the day, which will take about half hour. Now, if you think about it like this, let me go back a little bit so you understand. 3 hours is one sleep cycle. Now, if you have the minimum that you need a day is 2 sleep cycles, and you'll be able to function. Now, if you want to function at your peak, you need 3 cycles, or you could do 2 sleep cycles and a meditation cycle of a half hour, which will keep you at a good state. Now, you need to have at least one to two, 3 cycles of sleep, each week. So, like, what I usually do is I sleep for 6 hours for Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night. Right? Wednesday night, I get my 3 sleep cycles in. Okay? And then Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday, Thursday night and Friday night, I get my 6 hours again. And then on Saturday night, I get my 9 hours. Now, I think that's a great schedule, and it's been working well for me because I get really fatigued on the third day. And it really helps me recoup, because even with meditation, I'm still really tired throughout the 3 day period, after the third day period for sure. So you need to realize that that's fine. Okay, now you're sacrificing 6 hours from the 21, so that's 15 hours that you have now, but that's a lot better than not having any extra time. Now, eventually I would like to work my way up to the 6 hour sleep. But the thing is that, obviously you need a meditation throughout in the middle of the day, which would be a half hour at least. And, I will work my way to that limit, but it will take years because I spent most of my life sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night. So my body will need to, slowly develop in that way, because sometimes I literally can't even think at all after like 7 days straight of 6 hours of sleep. So, and I mean, and that's fine. That's typically normal with most individuals. So, successful people, usually take like, 3 years or so, I would say, to master that sleep type schedule. And another thing I like to talk about is, you ever hear the saying, a happy wife is a happy life? Well, that's so true. Even when it comes to having a girlfriend or boyfriend or so on, or dating someone, having a happy significant other will improve your life dramatically. You need to, if you are investing in a relationship, you need to invest all the way. Most people, they focus on maybe, well, listen to this. There's a statistic done that an average family talks about 2 minutes a day. And that's ridiculous. And you need to have some more time with your family, guys. You need to talk. I know we have our smartphones, we have our watches, we have our TVs, we have we have all this stuff to distract us from our families and loved ones, and we need to focus on them more. We need to encourage them, uplift them, inspire them, believe in their dreams, and pick them up and help them. That's what we want in return. If we don't give that to them, we won't get it back. And we wonder why our relationships are suffering. It's because of us. We're the problem, okay? We all need to realize that we make our problems, not our problems making us. Okay? And it's how we deal with our problems that creates success. So if we focus on our loved ones and we give them at more than 2 minutes a day, talk to them for a half hour a day. On average per one, you should talk more than 10 minutes a day. Okay? Now that's 5 times more than an average person would. Now you got your 5 people in your life. Now let's say if those are your children. You want to spend 10 minutes each one with them for sure. Talking to them, uplifting them, inspiring them at least. And then whatever time you spend with them is extra. But, always invest in that always invest in that 10 minutes at least to talk to everyone per day. But only the 5 to 10 people in your life. It's a lot of time if you have 100 people you have to talk to for 10 minutes. That's a waste of time, guys. Okay, unless, you have a bunch of customers that are making a significant income for you. That's a different story. Now, let's say if you got like 20 customers, you got to talk to them for 10 minutes. That's fine. And now, if you're creating money from this, if you're not doing any service, let's say if you got other people to do it for you, because that's like 10 hours of talking. Well, not 10 hours of talking, but you know what I mean. 5 hours, let's say. Okay. So, another thing I want to talk about, a big thing, is managing your time, guys. Most of us do not have a schedule. It's ridiculous. The most successful people in the world, okay, at the top 5%, okay, they focus on each hour getting done per day. I mean, they concentrate. They break down their goals into hourly increments, okay? And the top 1% break everything down per minutes. Isn't that incredible? I mean, probably even less than 1%, 0.1%. Chop everything down, all their goals, all their things to do in minutes, guys. Minutes. Okay? They value their time. You need to value your time as well. Okay? I chop everything down into hours right now. Okay? And I like to plan at night. Planning at night is the best. Okay? So if you plan at, let's say, before you go to sleep or sometime in between, you can wake up in the middle of the night, plan as well if you can't sleep, just to write down your ideas, and have everything planned so when you sleep, you can dream it and solve problems while you sleep instead of solving it right now. See, because your brain thinks 10 to 100 times faster when you're sleeping. And you won't even realize it, but subconsciously, you probably solved all the problems and all the situations and made all the opportunities while you slept. Okay? And you will not realize it consciously, but subconsciously, you would have a realization to solve and create solutions in your life. I love you guys. Remember what we talked about. Try to get the most out of most time from sleeping less. Okay? Make sure that you develop a good schedule and always participate and communicating with your loved ones at least 10 minutes a day. And I love you guys. Remember, your purpose is health, wealth, love, and happiness. And peace be with you.